Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Ozark Living, and today, super fun topic. We're just gonna touch on the top 5 housing options at Lake of the Ozarks. It's not all lakefront. Let's check it out. Hey guys, my name is Scott, and if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. And while you're here, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell, because every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm dropping a new video telling you everything you need to know about moving to or living in Lake of the Ozarks. We are also a group of licensed lenders and agents, so as much as I love making these videos, I would love even more to help you with your lending or real estate needs. So that number popping up below, I am the guy who answers the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. If there's a scenario or a question or something I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. In the meantime, we wanted to talk about the top 5 housing options down here in the Ozarks. And for the most part, we talk a lot on the channel about lakefront properties and lake life. And yes, that is going to be one of the more popular or more desirable type of properties to purchase when you're coming down. And so in no particular order, this isn't a top 1 through 5, 1 being best, 5 being worst. We just want to go through some 5 options. And one of them, of course, is going to be your lakefront option. And if you are interested in that lake life and you want to have the lake directly out your back door, and you want your dock and you want your boat and you want to be able to take your family out or just live your life on that water, then of course lakefront properties are going to be a very popular and a great option for you. And again, depending on who you are and what you're looking for, and if you got families or you're retired, is going to be dependent on where do you want to live on the lake. And we know that if you want more of the popular scene, if you want to have, a lot of lakeside restaurants and a lot of options, you got to be up closer to Osage and in the top of the lake. Or if you're looking for more of a relaxed kind of environment, then we got to move further down the water. But anyway, depending on what it is that you're looking for, if this is a relocation for you and your family permanently, if you're looking for a vacation home, lakefront properties are very popular. Of course, you got the lake right out the back door. You have all the amenities and everything that you could want directly out your back door access. And so, one of those options, it's not the number 1 in a top 5, but your first option is going to be your lakefront properties, but it's not going to be the only choice. So outside of your lakefront properties, we've talked about it a little bit before, you're going to have your second and third tier homes. And your second and third tier homes means, hey, you're across the street from the lakefront properties, and being across the street means you're maybe up a little bit, so you have a little bit of an elevated home, you have probably an elevated view. So some of those second and third tier properties have amazing views of the water because you're sitting up a little bit higher. Obviously, if you're on a second or third tier and you're not directly on the water, you're also going to have a lower price point. So depending on your budget, depending on what you're looking for, whatever that looks like, having a second or third tier home still gives you all the amenities and all the benefits of being close to or right next to the water. And some of those folks have asked, like, hey, just because I don't live on the water, do I still have access to it? And absolutely, you can own that second or third tier home, right? We know that's going to be a lower price point, so you're going to save some money by not being directly on the water, but you still have access to the water depending on what it is that you're looking for and what you need. You can find that second or third tier home close to a marina, or maybe it's a 5-minute drive, or it's just down the street and you can ride your bike or golf cart or a razor or something. But you can get to that marina where you can still have a boat and a lift and all of the amenities of the water. You're just not living directly on the water. So again, some of that is a budget kind of thing. Some of it is, just your lifestyle and what you're looking for. We found some amazing second or third tier homes that have this panoramic view of the entire lake. And sometimes you don't get that when you're directly on the water, right? You have more of a one directional type view, where if you're up higher, you can see a lot more. So, just something to think about as you're uncovering what it looks like to maybe move down here or purchase for other reasons. Lakefront, super popular, but also those second or third tier homes, also super popular and going to be at a little bit of a better price point and budget for you. So outside of the lake, right, and being lakefront or second or third tier homes, there's plenty of other options for folks that are thinking about relocating or moving. And one of those other options is going to be your golf course communities. And if you are at a stage in life, maybe you're retired, maybe you're not retired, maybe you just love to golf and you want more of a laid back environment, then cool. Hey, maybe you should explore some of these golf course communities. They're typically private communities, or they're gated, super secure, super safe, right? And if you're a golfer and you want to live with a golf course out your backyard or out your back door, then certainly that's going to be an option too. You don't have to have a lake out back. You can have a golf course. And these golf course communities are great, right? Because you are surrounded by, again, people who do the exact same things and love the exact same things you do. So it's really easy to build community and friendship. A lot of folks that move into these golf course communities, sure, they have a car to take them to the grocery store, but for the most part, they just roll around in their golf carts up and down the streets and go to their friend's house and have a lot of fun in their community. And just because you're on the golf course, again, it doesn't mean you don't have access to the water. And so these folks we talk to that like the golf course communities because they enjoy that lifestyle, cool. It doesn't mean that they don't go down to the water or they can't have a boat or access to one or whatever that looks like in some of these marinas. And so if you want the best of both worlds, again, you don't have to be directly on the water. You can still live off the water and have access to it. So maybe what you're looking for is, if you're in that maybe later stage in life, or you're in that retirement stage, and maybe you just love being on a golf course, that is something to look at and explore while you're coming down here and checking out all the options. Another option and type of property to consider is going to be your condos. And some folks that we talk to that are looking to purchase down here, they might be doing it for an investment purchase. They might be doing it for short-term rentals. But in those conversations, they're talking about the maintenance or the upkeep of a single-family home. And if you own a single-family home and you don't live in state, hey, how easy is it to maintain it, or mow the grass or keep it updated, or whatever it looks like when you don't actually live there. And so depending on, again, who you are and what you're looking for, maybe you don't want the upkeep of a single family home. There's tons of condo communities that can solve that need for you. And clearly the HOA on those condos are going to take care of the exterior and the grounds and the maintenance. And if there's, things that need to be fixed, that's basically what that HOA is going to take care of. But you don't have the upkeep of a yard or anything else. You just basically have the HOA that handles all that stuff for you. And those folks that we're talking to that are primarily interested in the condos, are maybe looking for something that's a vacation property for their family, or maybe it's just an investment opportunity. And so if you're looking to, again, use it for a short-term rental in the summertime and you just want to kind of turn and burn it and have people come in for 5, 7, 10 days and then they're out, and you want to keep doing that, that's a great financial way to leverage, right, short-term rentals and still own the property, and you can use it whenever you want. And so, you just block out the dates that you're going to come down with your family, and then the times that you're not here, then you can open it up to others that can use it. And when it's off season, those are really good properties to try to get renters in there for months at a time. So if you can, short-term rental it during the summertime months, which is the peak season, right? Memorial to Labor, those are the peak seasons and the peak months. Outside of that, you should be able to try to find, maybe a longer term rental or renter to come in and rent it for a month or 2 or 3, that'll help offset the cost of the mortgage. And so again, just depending on who you are, what you're looking for, the type of purchase and the why behind it, hey, let's make sure we're having a conversation about the condos. That could be a great option for you to purchase. So another option to consider outside of, lakefront properties, second and third tier homes, golf course communities, condos, is just build your own thing, right? We're starting to have a lot of conversations and realizing that there's a desire to just buy a piece of raw land and build whatever it is you want. You can still have the access to the lake and the golf courses and anything else around town. You can just do it at your own pace, or basically you can do it with your own style. And there is a desire to find that piece of land and build your own custom home. And what we're realizing is that there's folks that want to come down and they love everything about the lake, but they just kind of want to do their own thing. They want a little bit more elbow space. And if you have the ability and the means, and you can go and grab 5 acres or 10 or 20 or 50 or whatever it is that you're looking for, that's a great option, because you can still have all of the amenities and everything that is lake life, all the golf course communities, all the parks, all the recreational type stuff, but you can also do it on your own land. And what we're starting to realize is, again, more and more people are interested in the idea of finding that piece of land and just building their own home. And you can do that anywhere you want, right? So there's plenty of lots that are lakefront. So if you want a lakefront home, but you want to build your own custom home, cool, you can do that. If you want a golf course community and you want to build your own home on a golf course community, cool, you can do that too. I don't know if you can build a whole condo complex. Maybe you have those means. I don't know. I'm sure there are big enough lots if you want to build your own condo complex. But outside of that, right, you can just find raw land around the lake. And on that raw land, you can build whatever you want. So again, depending on who you are and what you're looking for, we know we have your lakefront properties, okay? So you have the lake directly out your back door. You got the dock, the boat, any amenity and everything on Lake Live. You have the convenience of it directly out back, but you also got your second and third tier homes, which are gonna be across the street and up the hill a little bit. All of those homes are going to have amazing panoramic views. They're probably going to be at a lower price point, maybe a little bit more elbow room, but you will still have access to the lake. You can still have a boat and have a slip and do everything lake life. You also have those golf course communities. So again, if you don't want the water out your back door, you could have a golf course out your back door. And if you want more of a golf course community and drive around in your golf cart, hey, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those golf course communities. You also have those condo communities. So again, if you're looking to purchase for a vacation home or you want to do some investments, you don't want the upkeep of a single family home, hey, then when we're coming down here, let's make sure we take a look at some of these condo communities. It could be a really great option. And then outside of all of those, there is plenty of just land. If land is something that is interesting to you and you want elbow space, or you purely just want to build whatever it is that you want to build, then clearly we can help you find land and connect you to builders as well, right? We say it all the time, no matter what it is that you're looking for. We are licensed lenders and agents. We love making these videos, but I love more to help you with your lending or real estate needs. So one more time, that number popping up below. I am the guy who answers the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. If any of these properties or if any of this is something that you want to have a deeper conversation about, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And until the next video, we'll see you next time.